नमस्कार, वेलकम टू OGF कंपनी। मैं हूं आपका हिंदी टीचर एस्पिरेंट भास्कर राव पिरिबाका। अभी जो बैच चल रहा है, डू और डाई का बैच चल रहा है। आज हम अभी जो वक्त है, डू और डाई का वक्त है, तो आज हम पेडागोजी के बारे में अध्ययन करेंगे, क्योंकि मेंस में 20 मार्क पेडागोजी आता है, वो इंग्लिश और हिंदी में आता है। तो अब हम इंग्लिश में प्रिपरेशन करेंगे, ठीक है। तो देखिए, ये चिन्मय सार के द्वारा लिखा गया पेडागोजी बुक है, ठीक है। यहाँ पे जो लिखा हुआ है चिन्मय सार, ओके, चिन्मय सार द्वारा लिखा गया बुक किताब है ये, ठीक है। ये सब कुछ चिन्मय सार के द्वारा लिखा हुआ किताब है। तो इसमें क्या क्या लिखा हुआ है हम देखते हैं, ठीक है। तो देखिए, एक्सप्लोरिंग गोल्स, ए सिंप्लीफाइड बुक फॉर स्मार्ट प्रिपरेशन, चाइल्ड डेवलपमेंट एंड पेडागोजी फॉर ऑल TET एंड टीचिंग एग्जाम्स, कंप्लीट थियोरी विथ माइंड मैप्स, स्ट्रीमलाइन्ड कंटेंट विथ MCQs बेस्ड ऑन लेटेस्ट syllabus, चिन्मय महापात्र। Exploring goals, child development and pedagogy, 12 chapters, useful for M.Ed, B.Ed, M.Ed, OES, all teachers. Eligible tests and teaching exams. Scan for Telegram, scan for YouTube, scan to download app. चिन्मय महापत्र सार का नंबर है 8917214900, 499 रुपीज़। कीप एक्सप्लोरिंग, कीप इंस्पायरिंग, ठीक है। सब कुछ बहुत ही बढ़िया लिखा हुआ है, बहुत आसान होता है ये किताब समझने के लिए, ठीक है। तो एक्सप्लोरिंग गोल्स, चाइल्ड डेवलपमेंट एंड पेडागोजी, ए बुक फॉर स्मार्ट प्रिपरेशन, हाईली यूजफुल फॉर B.Ed, M.Ed, टेट्स, ऑल टीचिंग एग्जाम्स एंड OES, ओके। ये सब किताब है, सब कुछ ये है किताब है, ठीक है। समझ में आ रहा है? तो प्रीपेज में क्या लिखा हुआ है हम देखते हैं, ठीक है। अभी चाइल्ड डेवलपमेंट एंड पेडागोजी हैज emerged as one of the most significant and scoring components in various teaching and education related competitives examinations such as B.Ed, M.Ed, NET teaching exams and different teaching eligibility tests, TET. A clear understanding of developmental principles, psychological foundations and pedagogical practices is essential not only for success in these examinations but also for becoming an effective and reflective teachers. This book has been carefully designed to meet the academic and competitive needs of aspirants preparing for examinations like B.Ed, M.Ed, UGC, NET, education, state TETs and other teaching requirement examinations. It can also serve as a reference guide for teacher, educators and trainees who wish to strengthen their foundation in child development and pedagogy. The content of this book is organized chapter-wise in a systematic and learner-friendly manner. Each chapter presents clear explanation of fundamental concepts of child development, major theories and contributions of renowned psychologists, principles of learning and teaching, intelligence, personality, motivation and assessment, inclusive education and contemporary issues in pedagogy, educational implications for classroom practice and recent developments, okay. Special emphasis has been placed on conceptual clarity, analytical understanding and examination-oriented preparation. Every chapter is followed by a comprehensive set of multi-choice questions, MCQs, designed according to the latest examination patterns. These practice questions aim to strengthen understanding, improve problem-solving skills and familiarize aspirants with the nature of questions frequently asked in competitive exams. The language of the book is simply precise and examination-focused. Complex psychological theories have been explained in an easy-to-understand manner with relevant examples and educational implications. The MCQs include a balanced mix of conceptual, application-based, and higher-order thinking questions to enhance both knowledge and analytical ability. It is hoped that this book will not only help aspirants achieve success in competitive examinations but also inspire them to become thoughtful, child-centered, and competent educators. Constructive suggestions and feedback from readers are always welcome for further improvement in future editions. Author Chinmay Mahapatra. Author Chinmay Mahapatra. Who is you have to decide your chat. There are now the camps is contents. Now we are going to study and read the present age, that is contents. Chapter 1, Chapter 2, Chapter 3, Chapter 4, Chapter 5, Chapter 6, Chapter 7, Chapter 8, Chapter 9, Chapter 10, Chapter 11, Chapter 12. Okay. Now, how many chapters? There are 12 chapters. Okay. So, first chapter is growth and development. Second chapter is theories of development. Third chapter is understanding the nature of intelligence. Fourth chapter is addressing problems of adolescence. Chapter 5, understanding the learning process. Chapter 6, organizing learning. Chapter 7 is theories related to education and intelligence. Chapter 8, addressing classroom diversity. Chapter 9, educational management. Chapter 10, assessing the learner evaluation. Chapter 11, test construction. Chapter 12, recent development in assessment. Okay, so these are the chapters and these are the units. Okay, so we are going to study, we have going to understand the whole syllabus. This is the syllabus of the pedagogy. So we are very we have to understand, we have to be think, we have to be logical. So chapter 1, growth and development, that is the chapter 1, the unit. You have to think like, now is the chapter concept of growth and development, domains of human development, language development in children, principle and characteristics of development, practice questions with answer, theories of development. What is this? Piaget's cognitive development theory, language development theory of Chomsky, social development theory of Erikson, moral development theory of Kohlberg, developmental characteristics during childhood, needs and problems during childhood and adolescence, practice questions with answer. Okay, chapter 3, next, understanding the nature of intelligence, meaning, nature and characteristics of intelligence, Ford's theory of intelligence, Gardner's theories of intelligence, Thornton's theories of intelligence, information processing approach of Sternberg, social constructive approach of Vygotsky, practice questions with answer, addressing problems of adolescence, common problems and their solutions of adolescence, practice questions with answer, understanding the learning process, understanding the learning process, understanding the learning process. Understanding learning. This chapter 5 is chapter 4 is addressing problems of adolescence, common problems and their solutions of adolescence, practice questions with answer. Next is comes chapter 5. What is the name of chapter 5? The name of chapter 5 is understanding the learning process, learning as a process and as an outcome, humanistic approach of Carl Rogers, Jean Piaget's constructive approach, Lev Vygotsky constructive approach, Thorndike's theory of learning, basic conditions of learning, practice questions with answer. Practice is organizing learning, teacher-centered learning, learner-centered learning, learning-centered learning, different types of teaching methods, practice questions with answer. This is the main important. Anyhow, we have to understand the situation, we have to understand the chapters, we have to closely what's going on, what is your age, you have to think yourself that time. This is because this is the growth. You have to study, you have to read them, you have to explain them properly. Okay. chapter 7. Now is we are going to be discussion about the chapter 7 theories related to education and intelligence. Social learning theory of Bandura, experimental learning theory of Kolbe, classical conditions theory of Fablon, operant conditions theory of Skinner, insightful learning theory of Kolbe, cognitive development theory of Brunner, Gagn's hierarchy of learning, John Dewey's theory of learning, critical pedagogy of Paulo Freire, language development theory of Chomsky, also Bell's theory of learning, Maslow's hierarchy of needs, Bloom's taxonomy. Practice questions with answers. Chapter 8. We are going to read about the chapter 8 is addressing classroom diversity, using varieties of TLMS, using context of learners, using varieties of activities, adapting curriculum, individual difference and special learning disabilities, inclusive education and classroom diversity. Practice questions with answer. Next is chapter 9. What is the name of chapter 9? Chapter 9 is educational management, concept, scope and importance, types of educational management, structure of educational management at various level, school development plan, school based management. Practice questions with answer. Chapter 10. Assessing the learner or evaluation. Assessing the learner and evaluation. Assessment and evaluation. Continuous and comprehensive evaluation, CCA. Types of assessment and evaluation. Assessment tools and techniques. Practice questions with answers. So chapter 11 is test construction. What is test construction? Meaning and objectives. Steps and principles of test construction. Practice questions with answer. Chapter 12 recent developments in assessment. Chapter 12 recent developments in assessment grading system, assessment in scholastic areas. Chapter 12 recent developments in assessment grading system, assessment in scholastic areas, implementation strategy of CCA, NCF 2005, NEF 2020 and NCFSA 2023. Practice questions with answer. Okay, this is the syllabus of child development and pedagogy. Okay, this is the syllabus of child development and pedagogy. After that we have to discussion everything so slowly. Okay, this is the syllabus. You have to understand that is okay. This is happens everything, so you have to read, you have to study, you have to understand. Okay, we will be meet in next video. Namaskar.